Hey, this is Time Bomb, and if it's your first time checking out the channel, hit that subscribe button to catch all the updates. Thanks a lot for checking out this video, and today I'm going to do a breakdown on what I think are some of the best run plays in Madden 20. So give this video a like, that helps out the channel so much. So we're going to take a look here at the Buffalo Bills playbook, which usually each year is a good running playbook, and I also like a lot of the passing plays. It's similar to the Patriots playbook last year, and I just know it really well, so it's always my starting playbook. So first things first, the dive out of the single back wing tight. Any dive pretty much in a heavy set is going to work for you, and all you do when you come out here is you don't even need to switch the side necessarily, just ID either their user, who you think their user is, or a sort of someone on the edge here on this side. I generally will run it to the left unless that I see that it's wide open. See here, I see a lot of space there. Take that just right up the middle and then outside. You break off big runs with this play, though people can get used to it, so you need to have something else. I'll just come out of it. I'll come out in it a lot of times with my backup running back to kind of refresh my main running back, or even with my fullback subbed in there sometimes in salary cap. It's just a nice little run play that you rarely lose yards, and a lot of times you can break off for a big gain. So the next thing I want to show here is the I form, which has two plays that are really great: the halfback toss as well as the stretch alert bubbles. Now these are in a lot of the under center plays and I form, and I think the pistol and strong and weak as well. And these a lot of the stretches that you would have known last year are stretch alerts this year, and they're just a great play for especially if your opponent if you have a freight train or someone like who can do the arm bars, basically animations, get trucking going, like that's the kind of player you want for these stretch alerts. And same thing with the toss. Now a lot of times what I'll do with the toss, and out of this I-form formation, I'll actually sub in some tight ends, and then I'll motion him over basically for the toss or the other one. So, you know what, we'll show here. First we're going to show the toss. What I like to do is now I've got this tight end. I'm going to ID someone on the right side, motion him over, and it just helps get a little additional blocking over here, and they do break it up in the backfield, so I didn't really do it justice there, but it is a strong run. Let's set up the, so here's the stretch alert now. Same thing, I'm going to ID the outside, and boom, there we see I didn't motion anyone over, and it didn't bring them there, and boom, I'm going to use a little stiff arm, knocks him down. Even though he doesn't have any specialty with that, you can see that stretch alert is good for a big gain. Alright, so next, also it's not just under center runs or I-form that you need to use. You can also use, one thing that I like to do is come out in something like this, in like the Y corner, in a five wide, and then audible over into the quick base. I like the base more than the inside zone, just because the right guard, he just kind of like runs over to that side, and it just gives you better blocking. So I generally will ID either this edge blitzer here or this linebacker, and I also will motion this wide receiver over, because if he follows me, then I know that it's man coverage as well, and he just basically loses someone to attack you with over here. So then I just usually will try to cut kind of there or up the middle. I probably could have gone up the middle more and gained some yards, but I tried to kind of cut it back and get a few more, and that's just basically the way that I roll with that one, just kind of attacking either up the middle, you know, just. So here I'm going to swap over to it again. Just kind of ID someone. Maybe even here I'll go with the edge blitzer, and I'm gonna let them stay wide kind of here, and I'm just gonna try to go for that middle. See, I get a nice block, and wasn't quite able to hit that hole, but you see I was able to get more like 7 yards with it. And if you hit those holes really clean, then you can get out to 10, 15 yards. Even I'll go on long runs and get some touchdowns with this play. Now, another play that I find really helpful is the dive here, and especially out of what I like to do is have it in my quick audibles, this dive with the 3 wide receivers, and then I'll come out in whatever, another like shotgun play, but then audible over into the dive when I notice like, oh hey, there's room up the middle, you know what I mean, you've got some space there, and he's in a more of a passing set, and you can kind of take advantage, run this dive. Same way, you can just kind of run it outside wherever you see the hole kind of where you want to attack, and a lot of times I can get some big gains. Or you can even go into this, you know, stretch alert bubble here as well. We see same thing, you can ID that edge blitzer usually, and then just try to get outside around it. You get some great blocking sometimes, make a move, boom, do a couple moves, boom, getting 10, 15 yards, use your arm bar, whatever it might be. I think the arm bar is the best ability on running backs for my not my money, for my training points anyway. That's what mine are going into. And the last running play that I'm going to show here today is one that can get you big gains but doesn't necessarily work, and I like it out of the bunch here, is the counter. Now, it can be good to sub in some extra tight ends as well, just on this spot right here, because what I like to do with Beasley is, first of all, ID this edge blitzer over here, and then I'll motion this wide receiver over to the left side of the field. It just kind of gets me like an extra blocker, and then if they all engage, and see, they stop me in the backfield, but if they do engage, you can cut it kind of like right in between those blockers and get a huge gain up the middle of the field. Let's try it one more time here. See if we can get a better one. Ooh, not today. He's going to stop me again. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a bonus run since that one I couldn't demonstrate it working well. Even though online, I do have a lot of success with it. I don't know why I had ellipse all of a sudden there. So the last running play I'm going to show you that I like is the wing slot here out of the shotgun. And again, I'll put a tight end in this spot just to give me a little extra blocking. I'm going to go with the 0-1 trap. And just a random play against us. I'll kind of ID a middle linebacker right there and motion Kroom over. And before he gets the line, I'll snap the ball. He becomes an extra blocker, gives me a little help. And they do tag team me big time, but you can see that run, it basically can get a lot of protection here. Maybe I'll try this one again.
Middle.
Oh, they're getting to me fast. It feels like the hole is over to the right side of the field, actually.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll take it into the end. Hey, home. What is that?
I had to make a couple moves, but there you go. Getting a big run off. So you see the blocking's a bit better over to the right side of the field, just on the defense that this AI is giving me. See here, this seems like it'd be better to run to the left here, just by the way that they're all aligned more to the right side of the screen. There's a lot of powerful running plays in Madden 20. You've got to have, even if you are passing the ball a lot, it's just a good idea to have some of these different little runs at your disposal. Just kind of change things up, keep your opponent on his toes, maybe get him out of those more passing defenses into some run defenses, which then will only open up your passing game more for you. So thanks a lot for checking out this video. Hey, put a like on it, helps it out so much. I've been Time Bomb. You guys are awesome, and I will catch you later.
Boom, boom.